We're talking. Hello. How are you
Hello.
doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right.
This is good. What all have you been up to since Monday?
Um, just, I worked, went out with Martha. Yeah, no, that can go away. There was Singo
Mhm.
at the Mexican place in Jamestown. So there was, got some full belly.
Mhm.
So we went to that. It was fun. I
Nice.
actually won twice.
Cool. I'm um I'm not familiar with the game that you're referring to that you won.
Singo, it's bingo,
Uh-huh.
basically, because it's a bingo card,
Mhm.
and it plays snippets of songs.
Okay.
And
Oh,
so
okay. So
instead of
instead of
like
go ahead.
B12 or 071, it's you hear the music and you find the title of the song.
Okay. So it adds some like uh knowledge element rather than just find the matching number to bingo.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and for when you don't know songs, there's an app called Shazam
Mhm.
that listens to and pulls up what the title of the song is.
That's nice.
Which is also nice when it's like I recognize these titles, but or I recognize this song, but I have no idea what the title of it is.
Yeah.
Even though the title is in the snippet of song that's played. It's like it's like a minute that you
Yeah.
listen to it. So like um for what it's worth would
Mhm.
not be one of the songs because
Yeah.
for what it's worth is not in the song.
Mhm. Okay, so the title is always in the little clip that is played.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's beneficial. Uh,
Right. But also it was it was loud and kind of
mhm.
echoey in the room.
Mhm.
So sometimes I have issues with like background noise and filtering things out.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's like I know this song, but one, I have no clue what the title is to begin with. And since I'm having issues with like reverb, it's not
Yeah.
so. But the Shazam made it so much easier.
Mhm. Yeah. That's really good, and it sounds like it was a lot of fun and
Yeah.
stuff like
Well,
that.
we used to do it. Um, well, and they still go there. At Chi- China Inn, I think it is in
Mhm.
Crawfordsville. And then Martha's schedule changed, and so we couldn't go anymore.
Okay.
But her schedule is changing again, and she's going to be having Thursdays off more frequently again, so
That's
we can
nice.
do stuff again.
Yeah. I haven't been up to much on my side. Yeah, I haven't been up to anything to add here. Just continuing to do the things I've been doing. Anything else before we get started?
Not, no, not. How ugh. Did you hear anything from Eskenazi?
I haven't. Um, I was gonna message them next week about it. In case I don't know. I don't know how any of this stuff works. So I'll message them next week. That's what Folk Rehab told me to do. If
Yeah.
it helps, it helps. And if they've already decided they'll go with somebody else, they've already decided they'll go with somebody else. So it's not gonna hurt my chances. doesn't really matter what I do from here, I don't think. Or at least, if I don't send them a message, it can't hurt. Or
Right.
I'm not saying exactly what I'm meaning. If I send them a message on Monday, it can't hurt my chances, I don't think, unless I were to send them, like, something rude. So, obviously, not something I would plan on doing. That's just dumb. But yeah, alright. I think, ready to get started.
Okay.
1 second. Okay, sending Sarah a message. Then, now I think I actually am ready. Cool. Then, let us begin with some Sudoku, and I already had it all set up. So, What? By Michael Lefkowitz. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Oops, hold on. Start recording. Aha, I remembered this time. What? By Michael Lefkowitz. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Each digit in a circle indicates how many times that digit appears in a circle in the puzzle. Digits strictly never appear more than once in a cage. Cells separated by an X, summed to 10. Not all possible X's are given. Gray lines are palindromes. Digits are equidistant from a gray line center are always the same. And those are all the rules. Do not forget any of them. So each digit in a circle indicates how many times that digit appears in a circle in the puzzle. So we've got 4 circles on the puzzle, unless we count the thing here, but we know that this is 3, 4. Although, that's also in a circle.
Yeah, so is 4 down there in the corner.
That's in a circle. Okay. Cells separate by an
There
X
are
summed to
7
10.
circles. There are 7
1,
circles.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the digits need to sum to 7. Well, 3 and 4.
Well, it says.
But that would be if this was.
A...
If this one only counted once. But if we count it an extra, an extra 3 times, because there's 4 digits in this circle, could that be the digits need to sum to 10 then?
I think all the circles are actually a 3, 4, are actually either 3 or 4. Oh no, they can't be, because that one.
What is this line? Gray lines are palindromes. Is that meaning this is a palindrome and this is a palindrome? Because this normally looks like a thermo, but there are no thermo rules. And this is a gray line that looks like it's a lockout line. And with the cage rule, digits strictly never appear more than once in a cage. Is this 1 and 6, and then we've got 2, 3, 4, and 5? Because it doesn't say that the digits sum to the... my cough just won't go away. It's a lot better than it has been, but... I think that this is saying that you've got 1 and 6 over here. And since this is a line, this is 1 and 6 over here. I don't think this means anything, this black dot. It would normally be a Kropke dot, where it's 1 to 4, but that's not part of the rules. It's just normal 6 by 6.
Right.
Each digit in a circle indicates how many times that digit appears in a circle. Digits strictly never appear more than once in a cage, which is why I think this is 1 and 6, because you've already got 1 and 6. Cells separated by an X summed to 10. If this was 1 through 6, it would have to be 4 and 6. But, oh, never mind. This isn't a quad.
Right.
It's just a circle.
I think all of the circles have to be 3 or 4.
I'm only allowed 1 more 3, though. And 1 more 4.
Oh.
Gray lines are palindrome. Yeah, I think these are our circles, along with this one and this one. There's 7 circles. But the digits sum to 10 because this circle counts for 4. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, including this one, but it's not a 4. And these aren't 1. Because we've got the 1, 3, the 1, 4, a 1, and 2 2s.
Right. Okay,
Yeah, and
so
that's 5.
Following the palindrome, that would be a 4 6.
And I think these are on the gray line. I could be wrong, but I think they're on the gray line, which would imply that they're 2s. 4. Well, we know that these two are the same, and they can't both be 1, because that would break our 1 6 here,
Right.
and there's no 1 here.
Yeah, I think the circles at the ends of the palindrome have to be 2, because we see 3 4s and 2 3s. There's only 1 1, so we need 1 3, 1 4, and 2 2s. So
it looks like this.
yeah.
It's this a 1, that a 1, that a 1.
Box 6, the 3 5 is resolved.
3 there that I missed. 2, 4, and 5, so this is 3 and 6, and this 6 fixes those. 3 because of that 3, and 2 and 5, which this sees that. So 5, 4, 2, 5, 2.
Oh, the palindrome that goes from 2 to 4, those have to be 4 because it sees 1, 2, 3, 6, and 5.
Yeah. Yeah. I noted in my head that these had to be the same. They're sort of roped that way. But I
Oh,
never
yeah.
said it out loud, which I should have. I need a 2, and I need a 5. So this one's 2, this one's 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's a 2. This is 5 and 6. 6 is one of these two. 3's over here, which is on the top one.
The top
4's
one's
on
4.
top. And so this is 5 and 6. Well, what did we do wrong? Normal Sudoku, or 6x6 Sudoku is applied. Each digit in a circle indicates how many times that digit appears in a circle in the puzzle. Digits strictly never appear more than once in a cage. Cells separated by an X sum to 10. Gray lines are palindromes. Those are all the rules. So something's incorrect to give us this deadly pattern. 2, 1, 6, 4. This is the only way this 10 works. Know that these are all the same, and that's our 1, 3, our 1, 4, our 2 2s, and a 1. Saying that's 1, 6, and those can't be 1. No, because it can't hurt. Just white there real quick. In the circles, I need 1, 4, 1 to 3. And then a 1 and a 2. If this is a palindrome, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 6, that means 1 and 6 is outside of it. So this removes the 1s. If these are on there, then that's not a 1. And now these can't be 1. I can't undo it. It's a different application. And we know that these two match there. This has to be 4 and 6, so we get 4s off of it. So now, this ends up being a 4, 6, and a 1, 6. 4, 6 takes the 4 off of that, and if these are palindrome, they can't be 3 and 4, they have to be 2 out of both. Now these are 3s, now that's not a 3, that's not a 3. 4 and a 1. 6, a 4, a 6, a 1. 1, 6, 5, 3. Two, 3, 3. That's a 2. That 2, 5, 4, 5, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. 6 is here. These need to all be the same, so those are 4s. 2, top, 5. This one can't be a 5, so that goes like that. 5s are in here. 1. Got 1 and 2. Like that. That's the same place we were earlier. we've got 2 3s and a 3 in a circle. 2 4s and another 4 and another 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 4s. 2 2s, 1 1. And that's all the circles. One and the 6 aren't in the cage. What did we do wrong? Because there's nothing else that are pointing at these, right?
Right. And it says not all X's are given, so that doesn't matter.
Okay, so that would mean that this was a 5 if all possible X's were given.
Right. Are there any other 4s and 6s? That's got to be a 6. Because not all possible X's are given. And there's only one X that's listed, or that
So
only
are
one
we?
possibility. So I think
So
that has to be a 6.
So
Because
like
that's the only spot
strictly
that.
not all, because if this wasn't, then there wouldn't be any 4 6s because of
Right.
okay. So it's
And
a
there's only.
somewhat
That's a
literal
6.
interpretation. You solved the
I'm
puzzle.
so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. Okay, that's an entertaining puzzle. Very hard, I think. Especially with the fact that, like, yeah, all of this was yeah, that certainly was a puzzle. It wasn't I mean, if I don't know. That was very, very interesting. Alright. Murder on the Zipline Express. By full deck and missing a few cards. Standard Sudoku rules apply. The digits 1 through 9 appear in every row, column, and box. Cages. Digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the values shown in the upper left corner of the cage. Zipper line. Along zipper lines, pairs of digits equidistant from the center have the same sum. For zipper lines of odd length, that sum is the central digit on the line. Okay. Well, if these two add to this, then this is a 7. Same here. These two add to this, that's an 8. A 9,
Right.
and a 6. Which is 1, 2, 4, 5. And so we have 3, 7, 8, 9 left over, which you can't have the 3 out here. This would be 24. And the sum of this is 27. So I have to take the 9 out.
Yes.
I don't think there's any reason why this can't be any of those values. Because this can be a 2, a 3, or a 7. But it is 2, 3, or 7. Okay, we've got a 12 over here, but that can be 1, 2, and 9. Oh, but I know that 9 is locked into this area, so maybe I consider the 7 over here, because I know that this area is 21. And so, this is what, 24? Which puts an 8 here. And this is 24.
Look at column 1. Everything except for cell 1 and cell 7 in box 4 are part of a sum to 7. So those two are 8, 9 pair.
Okay. So, because this needs to be less than 8 and 9, this needs to be less than 8 and 9, this needs to be less than 8 and 9, 8, 9 pair. That's... yeah. And then, yeah, so this here, 7, 7, 7 and 7 is 14, plus another pair of 7, or another extra pair that sums to 7 is 21, which leaves 24. 24 minus 16 is 8.
Right.
So I think this is an 8. And then we've got 8, 16, 24, which leaves 21. Subtract out 12, that's 9. This is 27, which is 18 left over.
18.
So 3.
Well, and in box 7, that 16 cage has to have the 9 in it. But the 9
is not
can't.
here anymore.
Right.
These two.
And those
So
sum to 9, so that's 3 in the corner.
So that means this is 7. And this is 7. Okay. 1 is out there. This has to be 4 and 5. This has to be 4 and 5. So this is 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And
why is 1 out?
From here?
But yeah, I know why 6 is. Were you doing what I typically do?
Yeah.
And forget it's the zipper.
The 6 pairs across over here, so it takes the 1s out of these.
Okay, so
1, 2, 4, and 5.
Okay.
Okay. That's not that helpful then. 9 surrounds this 5. Have 6. Have 6 over here.
5. 12, 12, and 5 is 29. So that leaves 16.
7, 9 then?
Yeah.
7's here, because the 9 there. Well, I guess this one isn't as helpful. I don't think. Good roll with that.
So in row 7, the 8 has to go in one of those two. So it's either 8 and 1, which would work.
Ah, but what can this be? It's maximum 6. Because it
6
sees
and
8, 9,
8
and
is
7.
14.
But
Oh, right.
you can't
8
put
couldn't go on there.
yeah,
Right, because
so
8 couldn't
8,
go on there.
1. So 1 and 6. 1 and not this one. This one pairs with this one. 5 comes out. If this is max 6, this is minimum 8. And 9 makes this minimum 5. I know that 4 isn't on here, because it would have to pair with 4. So we know we have a 4 in here. Is there?
Well, then it would have to be either 1 4 or 2 4. If the center has to be 5 or 6.
2, 4, or 3, 4. Because 5 and 7. Because 1 and 4
right.
would be 5. But this one's not.
No, I was adding to the 5 or the 6.
Yeah.
I was looking at that as the zipper instead of.
Yeah. This 9 is unrestricted as to what can be on it.
Except it can't have a 6 on it. So the 6 has to be
Oh,
in the 15.
right. Uh,
Now, if the 6 is on the elbow of the zipper, then the elbow of the 14 cage is going to be 8.
yeah.
But that is possible.
These have the same minimum of 5. 5 and 9 is 14. But this one doesn't have the same maximum. Got an 8, 9 pair. Where is 9 in this box? It's not here or here, and it's not there. That can't be a 9, so this has to be a 9. Because that's too small. And it wouldn't
Right.
work on a zip line anyway. So we knew that those were restricted, and these 2 9s did that. So, okay. So then the 9s
Okay,
in
well, since.
here can't go on the 10, not there, not there. That's a 3. The 9's one of them. So 5 is one of these. This isn't a 5.
In box 6, the 1 has to go on the top row.
Box 6, 1 top row.
Yeah, because it can't be in the 10 cage, and it can't be, it sees, the bottom sees it by Sudoku.
Seven's here, which pairs with 1.
The 12 cage in box 2. Well, it sees 9 and 7, so it can't. So it has to be 4 and 8.
Okay, well that gives us this then: 4, 8, 9, 7, 2, 3. And this can't be a 1 because we said it can't be in the 10 because it's the 9. And this
Right.
1 removes it from the bottom. So this isn't a 1. That is. 5 and 6 takes this 6 out, which takes the 8 out. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. This one is an 8.
The zipper line in box 9, the 5 or 6, since the 2 or 4, the other one can't be a 5.
Right. Because 5 and 2 is 7.
1 and 4 is 5. 2 and 4 is 6. 3 and 2 is 5. And the 4 and 2 is 6. Okay. Yeah, the other can still be 1 through 4. But in row 7 there, the 6 has to be in box 9, which takes it out of there. That one can't be 6. That can't be 2.
Here. And I just noticed this was a 2, 3 as well, so this can't be 2 or 3.
Oh, right.
So
1 and 4 is 5. 2 and 4 is 6.
okay. So we know 4 is one of these.
Right.
Seven, 8, 3. Is 8 in here? Not on the bottom because of the 8, 9 pair. That's a 9, and it can't be either of these because of this 8. 8's too big to go on here because of the zipper line. So 8 is one of these two, which makes 8 one of those two. Which combines with this to make this a 7, a 3, and an 8. To double check. 8 and 8 make this a 7, 3, 8. Which means this is a 2. Those are. And never 4, same cage, and not 2 and 6. And this one's not 1 and 7. They're not 1 and 7, so 5 and 3. They're not a 5, not a 9, which forces this to be a 9. Because I have to have a 9 in the box somewhere.
Right.
But this is 5, which is 1 and 4. 4 and 6 is out. This is 8, that's 9.
Okay, in box 4, the 7 cage is 2 and 5 because it sees 1 and 3.
This is 3 and 7 for 10. 4, 8, 7. And this is 7, so that's a 7. Okay, 4 is out. And so is 2, because this needs to be 7, which is 4 and 3. This is 2, that's 6, that works. This is 2, that's 3. This is apparently just a 2, that's a 3. This matches over here with that. This has to be 5, now 1 and 6. This isn't a 9, so that is 5, 2. Neither one is 1, neither of those is 5. This is 2, that's 4. This is 5, that's 1. 5, 6. Apparently this is not 1, 3, 4, 5, so that makes this 1 or 5. And it's not a 5 because of here, so 1 and 6. 1 and 6 is out. Apparently this is the only place 8 can go. I don't see 2. Which is not in the top row. I don't see 5.
5 and 6.
And then the 6 isn't either of these here. So that's a 6, this is a 2, that's a 5. 5 and 6 here then. This is just missing... Six. 7, bottom row.
4.
And left over in this box. 4, 5 here. And
6.
left over up here. That's not a 1. This is 1.
1 and 7.
2, 7, and 6.
3.
Here we go. I am so bad at scanning. 8 left
What is
over.
that? Is it? Okay, well, it had to be 6 or 8 in the top.
6, so 2. Because the 7 and the 2 sum to 9, the 6 and the 3 sum to 9. This is 8, that's 1, that's 4, that's 8. And then what?
5 and
4 and 5? There we go. That was a good puzzle. Yeah, the logic definitely flowed through that one really well. Water. Alright. So, we're done with that puzzle. So now we're on Converging Paths by Kane Puzzles. Normal Sudoku rules apply. The digits on an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. Each purple line contains a set of non-repeating consecutive digits which can appear in any order. Featured in... Oh, never mind. Okay, my brain just decided to dump the rules. Converging Paths by Kane Puzzles. Normal Sudoku rules. The digits on an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. Each purple line contains a set of non-repeating consecutive digits which can appear in any order. Okay, so just Renbans and arrows. Why is this bending?
I don't know. But all of the arrows except for the one in box 1 are 3 cell. And so there's 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have some weird rule where draw arrows above lines. Okay. Apparently we can't draw arrows above lines because that broke this puzzle completely.
Okay, but still the circles for the arrows in all but box 1 are 6, 7, 8, 9.
And these two aren't 6. Wait.
What?
If this was a 9, 8, 7, and 6 would be required.
Yeah, 6, 1, 2.
An 8 would make this a 5, and a 7 a 4. Is that, like...
Right. So that's a 1, 2 pair on the rest of that arrow.
Yeah, because 7, because it would have to be 1, 2, 4. 7, 6, 5, 4. 8, maximum 5 on here. So then that would be 7, 6, 5. Yeah, okay. 8, 7, 6, 5. And is that similar thing going on here?
I believe so.
So that's a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here. But these can't be 7s. And if they can't be 7s, that prevents both 8 and 9.
Right.
And 4 is one of those. And these pairs are fixed with the number at the start of the circle. So if this is some digit, then this pair is combined with those. And
Right.
then this would have a pair combined with those. And this one would have a pair combined with those. Now, blue and orange cannot be the same, and blue and red cannot be the same, but red and orange could theoretically be a thing. Although that would be 5 and 6, which means that this couldn't be 5 or 6, but it could be a 4, and let that be a 5. Yeah, if this is 5 and 6 and this is 4, that can be 5 and 4. Or it could be 7, 8. There's lots of ways that that works, I think. So, where do we look next?
All right. In box 7, the 5 has to be on the Ren band down there.
That's true.
So but the 4 does
So
not have to be.
we can't put a 6 over here then.
Right.
And it can't be here, because that's 6. And this is a 7. So none of these can be 6. 6 has to be here. This is forced to be a 7, which makes this a 4, and a 1, 2 pair, and a 5, 6 pair. So now this cannot be 7. This cannot be 4.
In row 8, there are two cell Ren bands. The one on the left, and there's only 3 possibilities. Well, 4 actually. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 8, 9.
Yeah.
But 1, 2 cannot be the first one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter because 1 could be somewhere else and it 2, 3. So
Mhm.
it doesn't really matter. Okay, so box 3 then. That arrow. The vertical part cannot be 1, 2. So the arrow itself cannot be 6 or 5 or 4. Oh, it could be 4 if it's 2, 3, 4 for the 9.
And 5 could be 1, 3 here.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
9 as well. It's just 6 that comes off.
Darn.
Mhm. 7.
Although 5, 6. 5, 6. 3.
Either these two are 8 and 9, or 8, 9 has to be on the red band.
The circle in box 4 can't be a 6 because that would have to be 3 with it and 4, 5. Well,
Right, and
5,
then that's
6
4, 5,
takes
and
out the
6.
possibility. Right.
So now this can't be a 4 or a 5. Because it's 9, 8, 7, 6. Or 8, 7, 6, 5. We
Well,
know
6 has to
7
be on
is here,
there.
and
Oh,
6
yeah,
has
7.
to be here, combined with this 6, and now we get 6 as one of those two. And 7 is here, because the 7 and the 7. Eight is one of these as well, because either this is 9,
With an 8 there, or it's 8. Yeah.
I'm going to take the 6's off, but we know 8 goes in this line. We know 6 has to be in a box like this. Is 7 forced into this group? Because if this is a 7, then it's in this group. 8 would require 7, and 9 requires 8, then 7. So we know 7 is in this group.
But since it goes over 2 boxes.
Yeah. That's not useful. It just means 7 goes like this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 5, 6 pair? Not that, I don't think.
All right, if the tip of that arrow there in box 1 is a 6 or a 7. It's going to have to be a 9 in this.
Yeah. But then this would have to be
A 1 or a 2. Or a 3.
Which isn't going to work on this.
Right.
So that means this can't be 6 or 7, can it?
No, it cannot. Yes, that's what that means.
So then that's 7, that's 6. This isn't 7. This isn't 6. I don't think means anything. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 and 7 and 8 are out. If this is a 9, that's an 8.
Well, if it's a 9, it has to go down to a 7. So 9 is out.
Right. Okay. So then 1, 2, 3, 4 in both positions. No.
It can't be 3. Well, yeah, it could, because it could be
2 and 4. 1,
2 and
2,
4,
3,
yeah.
4.
But it can't be 1 with on the red band with 3.
Right. That can't be 1 either.
If it's 4, then it's 1, 3 on the arrow. 4, 3, 2. And it can't go down to 1.
Three, 2, 1, 4. If this is a 4,
That's 3.
and 2, 1. If it's 5, this is a 3, 4 pair, then this is 1 or 2. But that forces 4 to be in here, right?
I think so.
I'm having a hard time seeing it as useful.
Well, maybe we need to write it out, or maybe I need to draw it out so I can actually see what I'm trying to think.
A 5 would have a 3 or a 4 next to it, and a 3 or a 4 below it, and a 1, 2. A 4 would have to be 3 and 1, with a 2 below it, and a 3 would have to be 2, 1, and a 4 below it. Yeah, 4 has to be in there. So does 3, actually. This is a 1, 2 pair here. Wait, okay, so in here, where's the other digit between 1 and 2? It's not here. It's not here because of this 1, 2 pair, and it's not here because of this 1, 2 pair. So suddenly that's a 1, 2 digit. And I think I'm going to remove the coloring here in favor of
The 1, 2s.
all of these being blue, this one being orange, orange, and blue. Now this is a blue 1, 2. This one's an orange 1, 2. So this isn't 2. And orange, 1 or 2, has to be one of those two. But this can't be 3, because that's now minimum.
So row 8, the red band. Where's the third?
This has
Where's
to
the
be
1,
blue
2?
orange.
Yeah. And there's a 1, 2 pair in column 8.
So 1, 2 is off of that. So we don't have 1, 2, 5, but we could have 1, 3, 5. Okay, where's orange in here? Not there, not there, not there. That's too big. Orange. Blue, not in the first two columns, not on the top. And orange, here. If this wasn't blue or orange, then this would be 3, 4, and 5, which is 12. So this has to be 1 or 2.
So in column 9, it's one of those two, upside or downside of the 8. But the top one can't be blue. Means the bottom one is blue. So that translates over to box 2.
Oh, right. This 2 takes it out of there. And that took it out of that. These 2 took it out of there. That's the circle. Three, 4, 8, 9. This isn't a 4, so this cannot be a 3. Because this has to be consecutive. It's either 8, 9 or 3, 4.
Right. See,
So
box
this must also
7
be box 7.
has left 3, 4, 8, 9. Or 3, 8, 9. But the one in
And
the
this
first
isn't
cell
an 8.
can't be an 8. So the 8 in box 1 is one of the center 2. But we kind of already knew that.
This either has 4 or 8 on it. It can't be 1 and 2, and it can't be a 6. So it comes from 2 groups of 3. 3, 4, 5, which guarantees a 4. 7, 8, 9, which guarantees an 8. Which means that 4 is either here or here in that column. Okay? This cannot be 4 and 5, therefore it must be 3. 3, 8, 9, and 5 left over? Because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 5 has to be one of these two, so this is a 6. But these aren't. 7, 8, 9. So this cannot be a 9, because this would make 7, 8. Get a 3. These are an 8, 9 pair. So now this cannot be 7, 8, 9. It must be 3, 4, 5. 5, 6.
Well, yeah.
3, 4 here. 3, 5, and 8. Not a 5 because of 5 here.
Well, the 8, 9 pair eliminates the 8 from there.
Places the 8 in the middle. No, that can't be an 8. It's a 4. So that's a 3. That's not a 3.
Which means it's a 4 below it. Oh, no, the 3 was there. So that's 4 or 5.
8, 9.
And 2 or 3. All right, if... Yeah.
This isn't a 4. 7, 8. This can't be 1 and 2. It can't be 4. It can't be 6. The top isn't a 3 and the bottom isn't a 7.
All right, box 1, cell 7 can't be a 4.
Right. 4 has to be one of these. 5, 3, 4. And if it's a 4, well, then it's a 4. I guess one thing I didn't consider is that this could be a 5.
Oh, crap.
I don't know if that changed anything.
I don't think it did.
Because if it had an impact. I mean, the things that we knew from here was 3 and 4 had to be on here.
Right. And that didn't change.
Yeah. So I'm going to say the 5 possibility didn't change anything. Unless we end up breaking the puzzle. But I don't think we are going to. 9 has to be one of these two, because it can't be on the top. It's no longer on the arrow. And that means this can't be 8. And this isn't... Wait. 4 automatically removes 8, and the fact that the 9 means this is a 5. So this is 6 and 7. 3, 5, 7, 8. 5 is out. 8 is out. This is 9. This is not 8 or 9. This is 8. That's 9. That's not 9.
Or 5. There's a 3, 4, 5 triple.
And these two 7s mean the 7s have to be here. They can't be there from the very beginning. And
so that's not.
So this is orange, and this is not orange. So it's not a 6. This isn't orange anymore, so that's not. This is now orange. So it's a 2. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Not 1 or 2, because it's not orange. 5, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. These are not orange and not blue. This isn't a 5 now. And neither is that. 3, 4 pair makes this a 5.
Box 1, the circle's a 4.
4, because the 2 and the 3 have to connect with 4. That's a 5.
Well, that and 1
3,
and 3
4
is
pair.
4.
Yep. 8, 9 here. Oh, but the 9 here makes this, these two 8, that 9. This is now a 9, and 1, which means 3 and 5. That does them to 9. 4, 3. I need a 5 in here. That 5 is up here. And that's here then. Because of that 5 and that 5. Missing 3 is here because of that one. And 9, I think. 1, 3, 8, 5, and 2. This is not 6 or 9. This is not 7, 4. 6, 7 takes a 6 out. So, I don't think that's it. 4, 6, and 9. Not 9, so that doesn't do anything. 3, 4, 6, and 8.
8.
This isn't 3 or 4. Left over in the row. 3, 7, 4, 2, 1.
5, 6, 8, 9.
5 and a 9. That
3,
was a
4,
little messy.
7, 8, 9.
2, in fact, none of them are 9.
Oh. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, because the 9 over
6.
here. Okay. D7. It's the other kind of 9. The upside down one.
Right.
For these 3. 2, 5, 9, 1, 3, and 7. Neither of those are 4, so that is. This is a 6, 8 pair. Oh, but this 4 fixes this group. That's a 6, that's an 8, that's a 7, 9, 4, 6, 7, 3. Not 8s, which takes out 6. 3 is out. This one's 8, 4, 7, 6, 8. This is 5 or 9, but that 9 makes it 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, so I need a 4, which goes on top, and 6, 7, 8, 9 goes on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That wasn't too bad. That was a really good puzzle.
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
And definitely being aware that the purple were over the gray.
Yeah. Alright, next puzzle. You Don't Belong by Tambouche. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Consider a digit in a cell to be X. In the region immediately around, and including that cell, maximum 9 cells, there are a number of cells that have the parity of X. If that number is equal to X and odd, there will be a circle in the cell. If that number is equal to X and even, there will be a square in the cell. All digits from 1 to 9 appear on either a blue circle or square at least once. All blue circles and squares are given. Alright. I'm going to reread the rules because I don't get them. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Consider a digit in a cell to be X. Let's say it was, 4. In the region immediately around and including that cell, maximum 9 cells, there are a number of cells that have the parity of X. Odd evenness? I'm going to say.
Yeah.
If that number is equal to x and odd, there will be a circle in the cell. So odds are circles and squares are even. And then all digits 1 to 9 appear at least once, and all of them are given. Okay. I think I understand a little bit better. So that means all of these circles have to be odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And these ones are not 1. This isn't a 7. And all of these have to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. And at least, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got more than 9 symbols. All of the numbers have to appear at least once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 odds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 evens. No, I don't know how to count. That's 6 evens. Now I don't trust my odd count.
Yeah. 6 evens, 7 odd.
Alright. So, with this being a parity puzzle, probably want to color these orange and
You always used green for even.
yeah, but they use blue, probably because green and orange next to
Right.
each other are harder to distinguish than green and blue. So I'm going to copy them for that reason, even though I agree it should be orange because odd and orange, and green for greven. But hopefully this is better for anyone who sees this sometime in the future if they are colorblind. Okay. Well, none of these can be a 2. And the reason for that is because within their region, the 9 cells including themselves, there is too many. There's already 3.
Right.
And this cannot be a 1 for a similar reason. In its region, there's 4 odds. So that actually takes a 3 out of this one, because there's 4 odds. But the other 2 aren't, because they aren't, like, grouped. Okay. We know that in this box, there are only 5 odds. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So the middle digit has to be a 5, because if it were any different, it would be incorrect.
Right. Well, the one on the corner, down there in box 7, yeah, it can't. The one on the bottom in cell 7,
Oh, it clearly
it
can't
can't
be
be
5,
9
7, 9,
or
or
7.
3. Because there's already an even digit. Oh, wait. I'm wrong.
It could be 3.
Yeah, if those 3. Excuse me. This can't be 9, because it has 1 even in its region. This can't be 9, because it has 2 evens in its region. This can't be 9, because that would end up putting 6 odds in this box. Same over here. Those 2 aren't 9. So
Which
now
leaves
I
only one
have to have a
possibility
9.
for 9.
9. These are not 7 or 9. These aren't 9 or 1. And in fact, that means these are even 2, 4, 6, and 8.
All right, in cell 5, the blue,
Or
Or I'm sorry, box 5, the blue,
uh,
cannot be 8. Oh,
oh,
wait a minute.
right.
Yes.
If it was 8, no, that would be
Yeah,
fine.
it can. Yeah, I
But
realized my
this
mistake.
one can't be 8, because that would mean
Right.
there's only one odd. Then, even in this one, removing one even digit leaves 5 in the box. In this one, I can take 1 out and be fine.
Yeah.
So this could still be
Box
8.
4.
This one can't be, because if I take 1 out, that's 5 evens. And this one, because it's a full box, we know there are 4 evens in the box.
Right.
Oh, these two now have 4 in their groups, so they're not 3.
Right.
We know that 2 has to be one of them. If this was 2, all of these would be odd, which is fine. And if this was 2, all of these would be odd, which in this
Which you
case...
can't do. Look at
Oh,
row
because that
3.
would be... Yeah. Okay. So that's not a 2, this is. All of these are odd. 1, 5, 1 and 5. That makes all
And
of these even. 2, 4, 6,
right.
8. This one's not 2. Okay. So at least 2 of these are even, but I have more than one odd, so it's not an 8. And I have more than 3 odds, so it's not a 6. It has to be 4. Oh, this one has 5 in its region, so it's not 4. And one of these two has to be 8, so this is not 8. And
Okay.
one of these... Go ahead.
The bottom blue in column 6, its region. Okay, if it's 4, then everything that's not marked is odd, and you can't do that because that would be too many odds in column 7. So that one can't be 4.
6, 8 pair makes that a 4. So one of these is 6, and one of them is 8.
The 4 region, the in box 5, the one that's... Oh no, it's not a never mind.
Yeah.
That it's not. But the one that's in box 8, if that's the 4, oh no, because that is 5 in the column.
Yeah.
It's doubles with another one.
If this is 8, then all 3 of those are even.
Right.
If this one is 8, then one of them, these 5, is odd, which doesn't require both of these. And if this is 6, only one of those is even. Ah! two of these are odd, if this is a 6. So if this is an 8,
right. Well,
then the odd has to be one of these two. That would make all of those even. And our 8 here.
the bottom cell of column 7, either way, is even.
Even? You mean odd? Because one of these is 8. If it's this one, all of them are even, making that odd.
Right.
If this is 8, then one of these is odd, which it could be this one. Wait, no. That would make this a 6.
Yeah, I was getting evens and odds screwed up.
One of these has to be odd. Right. Okay, I think this isn't required to be.
It's not.
The 6 would only make one of them. And let's say it was...
if the top one is 8, of that 6-8 pair, if the top one is 8, all three of those are blue, and that takes care of the 6 requirement also.
And would make all of these odd.
Right. If the top one is 6, if the bottom one is... never mind. It's too...
Two of these are even. Okay. I only add one more odd in this group.
And it would have to be in this bottom row.
Or rather,
if it's
I have to add at least one.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at row 4 and see how many evens and odds there are.
Oh, there's 2 blues missing. 2, 6, and 8. This one, not a 2. It's there.
Okay, now the 5, 7 in box 6, for that to be a 7,
yeah,
all 3 have to be, and it can't be because there's 3 odd in that row.
This is a 5. It's already got 4, so there's 1 odd, which means 2 of them are even.
Which means the first cell of that row is odd, which is the last odd.
This one, even. 6, 8 pair makes this a 2. 6, 8 pair makes that a 2. If this was a 7, I don't know. Oh, 3, 7 pair makes a 9.
Oh. There has to be a 1 in a circle, and it has to be in box 7, so and it's placed.
Oh, right. And this can't be a 3, because that's 4.
3, yeah.
Do I have a 3 in a circle?
Box 5.
Has to go here. So this is a 7.
And its 3 requirement is filled.
These are all even. And that means those
Yes,
4,
and that's...
so that's odd.
Well, and that's it for the row, for even.
Pair makes a 5. Makes this 7.
And we need a 7. Yeah.
Although it could still be over here. But I think 1, 3, 5, 7, nope, 7 and
They're
9.
all used.
So this isn't forced.
2, 4, 4. And the 6 and 8 take care of each other. Okay.
I've got 2 evens in here, so these are all odd. 7's out. 5, that's not a 1. Even. It's 8. This can't be a 4 anymore. I wonder if the negative constraint that all blue circles and squares are given comes into play.
Maybe.
1 means these are both even. Say pair makes a 2. Okay, well,
That one's
I have
odd.
both 2 and 4, so this, yeah, 5, 7, 9. What are we missing? 1, 3, 4. So this is 3, 5, 7, or 9, not 7. So that's odd. So if this was an 8, it would look like this.
Right.
But then this 6 would be broken. So this is 6 and this is 8, which makes these all even. 4, 6, 8. This is a 4, that's a 6, that's 8. 6, 8, 6. 2, 4, 4, 4, 6, 4, not 4s, not 8s. Okay,
Right.
our 6 is done.
That's why column 5 is orange.
So it's called 7. In fact, this is just a 3. 8, not a 1, not a 3. This 4 is done. So these are both odd. 3, not
Column
1.
4. That's odd. That's an 8.
6. This can't be 8, so it's odd. But both of those can be. This has 6 odds, so that's a 7.
Row 9 needs a 4, and it can't be the last cell.
9, not a 7. 5, 9 pair makes that a 7. Those aren't 7s anymore. 7, 9 pair makes this a 5, a 1, not a 5. These are actually a 1, 3 pair because of the 1, 3s here. Odd. And that's all of my odds. This is even, 6, 8, and this is my last odd, which is 9. Which places 7, 9, takes out a 7 here. Left. One, two, three, 4. Odd even pair. That's an odd even pair. That's an odd even pair. That must be an odd even pair. So this is even.
Yeah.
Because 1 even left, 1 even left, 1 even. So that's odd
Yeah.
even. That's odd even. That's odd even.
Well, more to the point, the horizontal ones, one of them is odd even, so the other one has to be. And since that's
Yeah.
an odd even, that has to be 8.
Odd. 9. And these two are even. 8. And the 4 is over here, so these are odd. And 3, 4, 5, so this is 4. This must be odd. 6, 4, 8. 2, 8, not 8s. 3, 5, 7, 9, not 1 or 7. Okay, 6 has to be one of these two, and then it's 2 and 8. But this is already has 2 and 8. So the 6 is here, and their 2 and 8 is here. 9, that's not a 5 or a 9, so that's like that. Alright, so now we start looking for negative constraints.
Yeah, box 3, cell 1.
If
Can't
this
be
was a
2.
2, then it would be 2. Right? I
All
guess
the
we start
evens.
for odd negative constraints. This can't be a 3.
Box 7, cell 1.
Box 7, cell 1 can't be a 3. 5, 9 pair places a 3. This one's good. That one's good. This one, okay, so that was 1. This one's 3. This one is 4. This one is 3. This one is 1.
Done.
This one is 5. This one is 7. This one's 5. 9 isn't possible here. This one is 3. 2. 3. Takes a 3 out. This is 8. 7 is done. This is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More than 1. Less than 7. 6. That's not 9. That one's done. That's 3. This one is 4. This one
Although
is
that
5.
3. Oh no, it was done. Never mind.
Okay. That one's
I was
done.
gonna say that 3 has 3.
Okay. This one's 5. That can't be 7. It's too small of an area. This one is 5. More than 1. This one is 7. This one is solved as 7. This one cannot be a 5. This one's 7. That was a solved 9. This one is 6. More than 1, 4. Can't be 7. Can't be 9. Solved is 5. That one is 6. That one is 5. 7's in the corner. This is 4, 4, 4, and in the corner. So it's just Sudoku now?
Looks like it.
Okay. So I'm going to take our circles out. In as non-systematic way as possible. I guess it wasn't as non-systematic way as possible, but it was could have been more systematic. 139 triple makes this a 5. 7 1 3 1 9 3 9 1 3 7 5 1 3 1 3 9 5 9 5 3 5 and 9, and that's correct. That was a hard puzzle, I think. We did it pretty quickly, but I still think that was really hard with like how nitpicky some of it was.
Yeah.
But like it was still a good puzzle. You so really had to pay attention to the excuse me, the parody
rules.
of what's going on. Yeah. But not as much as
understand what it's saying.
Yeah. Yeah. The rules were difficult to understand. But it wasn't as interesting as the what puzzle from earlier. Yeah, that one we had to read the rules like 6 times, and then you finally found the last bit that was that solved the puzzle. All right. Anyway, we've got 12 minutes. We can try and see how far we get on this.
Sure.
If we need to, we can go an extra 15 past 10, because you have the extra time, but I have a thing at 10:30. Alright, anywho. Prime Chip by Odd van de Wettering. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Every gray line that connects 2 cells shows a prime number, read from left to right, top to bottom, or bottom left to top right. Okay. That's it. So, I guess one thing that might be useful is to list our 2-digit prime numbers. So that would be 11, 13, not 15, 17, 19, 23, 29. Actually, I'm going to list them in columns. 3, 9, 31, I think, is prime. 33 isn't, 35 isn't, 37 might be. 39 definitely isn't. 41, 43. Because we have to decide if they're divisible by 3, 5, or 7.
Right.
And for 3, the digits sum to some multiple of 3. And 5, it ends in 5 or 0, so those are easy. So it's just 3 or 7 that we have to decide if they're divisible by, or 11. Except, no, none of the digits below 100 are going to be divisible by 11. And not some other prime before. So
Right. 47.
49 is
53.
divisible by 7. 3.
59.
9 is 5 and 7 is 12.
Yeah.
61.
67.
70.
71. 73. 79. 83. Oh, sorry.
No, I called it 87. Oh, because 8 and 7 is 15. 91.
Nope, 97.
What's 91 divisible by? 7? 70 plus 21 is 91. Yeah, and not 3 or...
Yeah,
5.
that's all the 2-digit.
Cool. Okay, so...
Google is nice.
Yep. Left to right, top to bottom, or if it's diagonal,
Or rising.
left to right.
Yeah.
So these squares are interesting because it doesn't loop around. Say again?
Right. There are 4 in those corners.
Yeah. And I guess one other thing that's interesting is that's the Fistmanfell ring.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's useful, but... mark it anyway. I guess if I'm going to mark it, I should probably explain it. So if we look at... how do we go about it? If we look at the 4 corners, and we mark those in blue, and then we compare that to these 2 columns, mark those in orange. If we compare those as sets, then we know the blue set is 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9. And orange is 2 sets of the digits 1 through 9. So we know that there are 2 groups of 1 through 9 in blue that is not in orange. But we can also remove these digits here that are in both sets and still say that blue contains 18 digits more than orange, and those 18 extra digits are the digits 1 through 9. And then if we can grab these 2 rows, also put them in orange, now orange was adds in the last 2 sets of digits 1 through 9, and we again remove the overlaps, and we can still say that the digits are the same for both groups. And that is the fist method ring. Hopefully I explained that well. I probably should just steal Simon's explanation for it and talk about Scrabble tiles and stuff like that. But I think there's a better way of explaining the Bismuthal ring that isn't that thing. I just didn't want to do the double counted cornery ones, but I don't know. It might be easier to think of it that way as well. Alright, I think here is probably the best spot to look at first. Actually, no. Here is the best spot to look at. For the digit 2. We know it's not here. We know it's not 4 or 5. Can it be this middle digit here in the top row? No, because it would be the end of a prime number, and it would be even. Same here, it would be the end of a prime number, and same here, it would be the end of a prime number, read top to bottom. So 2 must be here. And, is there another? We know that the ends of prime numbers have to be 1, 3, 7, or 9. Oh, well in that case, these have to be 1, 3, 7, and 9 then.
Yep.
Because they're all the end. Because this end, and that end. Yeah, they all end up being end. Okay. And...
well, you can do that with the entire going down.
Right.
The right and left. Well, except for the top. Not the top one, though.
Yeah. So, in this group, this makes this one an end. Top to bottom.
Right.
Top to bottom. Top to bottom. Top to bottom. This is the bottom, that's the bottom, that's the bottom. Bottom, 1, 3, 7, 9. This one is the beginning.
Right.
And we get the same logic going across here. So these are 1, 3, 7,
9. And if you go down column 7.
So these 4 are 1, 3, 7, and 9. And this one's 1, 3, 7, and 9. But not that one.
Right.
Okay. Now, looking at across, these, all of our rows this way are 1, 3, 7, and 9. And going down, it has to be the bottoms, 1, 3, 7, and 9. Those are all of the ends of primes. Okay, but this digit cannot be 1, 3, 7, or 9. 3, 7, and 9. And these aren't 4 4s. This isn't 2 or 5. And I've got primes that start with 2, that start with 5, that start with 6, and 8. And I have 2 of each of them. So it's not going to be a problem. Although, this is the end for 2 different ones. These are both of the starters that have a common end. And primes that start with 9, we know it has to be 1, 3, 7, or 9. 9 and 1 is 7 times 13. Because it's 70 plus 21. 93, well, that's two multiples of 3, and if you add multiples of 3 together, you're still a multiple of 3. And 99 is a multiple of 11. It's also two multiples of 3, so it's divisible by 3 as well. So it's only 97. And so the reason I mentioned all of that is that because these are beginners that have common ends, they cannot be 9. And wait, hold on. I think I messed that up
I think
entirely.
you did that wrong.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's completely incorrect. It's the starters that have two different end points that can't be 9. At least if those two endpoints see each other. Like, okay. What about... who all has two starts? This one starts for two different... top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. But they don't see each other, so that's not important.
Right.
This one has two starts, but it's doesn't work. Okay, the thing that I was talking about isn't relevant in this puzzle. 1, 3, 7, and 9. 1, 3, 7, 9.
Well, and that's all the way around the perimeter, the first two.
Right. 7 and 9. These aren't 2s, and this isn't a 5.
Oh, wait a minute. I guess the first column 1, that's not the case actually. Because the first cell is not 1379. But you can leave out the blue. I forgot about the...
So not the column, but this row, that column, this column, this one. 3, 7, 4, not 2, 5.
And column 4 has a 6-8 pair, so 6 and 8 come out of the box 2 in column 4.
I wonder if it'd be more beneficial to label digits as potential prime ends, or in that group of 1, 3, 7. Maybe not. Rather than this one, though, right? After 10. 1, 2, 3. That cannot be 1, 3, 7, and 9. And if I look at these three, only one of them is allowed to be 1, 3, 7, and 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are not allowed to be 1, 3, 7, and 9. That makes this 1, 3, 7, and 9. Or I could have looked at this and see that this 4 and those 4 pull 1, 3, 7, and 9 out from those, so that it gives us that. And again, here, we've got 1, 3, 7, and 9 in 4, or excuse me, in 3 of them. Because these can't be, so the last of those 4 has to be over here. But it combines with those to make this 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. And now we've got 5 here. But that's our 2 that are allowed to be not digits. Or I guess also this 4 and that 4 makes this 1, 3, 7. Never. Okay, this fell ring, not helpful. So in fact, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the coloring. Although I miss it now. Never mind. It's so goofy. It's like, if it wasn't there, I'd been fine, but removing it makes me feel bad.
Yeah, column
These are 1
8
through
now
7.
has all the 1, 3, 7, 9s.
Yeah, I think instead of the Fistmethal ring, anything that's 1, 3, 7, and 9, I'm going to make one group, and everything else I'm going to make the other color. Now, 2's one of those two. Let's align these properly. So 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 7, 1, 9. So 1 can be followed by anything. I wonder if I should have made the rows be the endings, or the beginnings instead of the ends, but too late now.
What?
I think I should have done it 11,
Oh.
13, 17, 19, like that, and then 23, 29. In fact, I might just do that. And because a lot of them are prioritizing the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 group, split those into two groups. That's showing up fine. Go ahead. So 1 can be followed by anything, but 3 is 1 and 7. 5 is 3 and 9, but 5's not in this group. Why did I leave it up here? 5 goes down here. Okay, this one cannot be a 9, nor can that one, because it's a starter that leads to 2 different places in the same box.
Right.
We finally got to use that logic. Four minutes.
All right. If it starts with 3,
Yeah,
then it ends with 1 and 7.
and
Then
it would have to end with 9,
it'll,
but both 19 and 79.
but okay, if it starts, it would have it would have to end in 9. So if it starts with 3, it ends with 9.
Yeah.
Those are opposite corners.
Yeah. If I put 1 at the beginning, then could I pair 3 and 7? No, because 3, 9 doesn't work. 7, and I couldn't pair. Okay, so in the box, I could go 1. If I did 3 and 7, I would have to put a 9. But 3 and 9 is a multiple of 3, so that doesn't work.
Right.
So how about 7 and 9? Well, 9 has to end with 7, so that doesn't work. So it would have to be 9 and 3, ending 7, 97 and 37 work. And we already said that 3 pairs with 1, and 7 and ends with 9. 19 and 79 work. So then 7, if I did 1 and 3, that would be 9, but that doesn't work. So it has to be 1, 9, and 3.
That doesn't work.
So then it has to be 3, 1, and 9, 1,
And
which also
90
doesn't work.
doesn't work.
So that takes the 7 out of these two tops. Because they come back together like that.
And what were the other options? Or because there were only two possibilities. So the bottom corner has to be 7 or 9.
Right. Okay, and if it loops around with 2, 4, 5, 6, or 8. So 2 would be 3
And 9.
9. Which would have
9
to be
ends
1.
with 7.
But 37 works.
Right.
Okay. What about 4? 4 has multiple options. 1 and 3 would be 7 or 9. You can't do 9. 17 and 37 both work. So what about 4, 3, or rather 1,
4, 1,
and
7.
9, which is 7.
No,
Excuse
7.
1,
Not
7.
9, 7.
And then this is 3 or 9. You can do either of those. 4, 1, 7, 9. So then 5,
Well, there's also
or no,
4, 3, and 7.
4, 3, 7. That's 1 or 9.
And 9 doesn't
31
work.
is 7. Say again?
31 and
3.
71 work, but
Yeah.
39 doesn't.
Okay.
I would just go down a little bit for the 5s. Because that's
Okay.
all the 4s now, right?
Yeah. So 5, 3,
I'd drop it
and
down a space in between.
9, probably. Yeah. 5, 3, which would be 1 or 7, but 9 has to end in 7, and 37's allowed. So then 6, 1, and 7. But you could do anything. You could
1,
do
3,
3
and
or
9,
9.
yeah.
And then 8, 3, 9, 7, and 37. So our bottom corner can be 1, 3, 7, and 9. So that doesn't help. But at least it gave us like a chart of what our options can be.
Right.
Okay, well, what about if I tried to do something in a chain? So I could do 1 followed by anything. So then 3. But then I'd have to do 7, then 9, which works. Okay, what if I did 1 and then 7? So I do 3 or 9, so 3, Well, I couldn't go 3, 9, so I'd have to go. I couldn't go 1, 7, 9, 3. Because while 79 is prime, 93 is not. And I couldn't go 17 to 73 to 39, because 3 and 9 can't go next to each other. Or just simply, you can't put 3 and 9 next to each other. So it would have to go 1, 9, 7, 3. And 97 and 37, 73 are fine. 3, 1, 9, 7, 3, 1, 7, 9. Both work. 3, 7, 1, 9, and 3, 7, 9, 1. No, you can't go 9, 1.
Nope.
Yeah, because 9 has to be followed by 7. Okay. Or it has to be the end. Okay. So then, and then you can't go 3, 9, so then it's 7. And then it can't be 1, because that would be 3 and 9, so then it would be 3, 1, 9, 7.
Nope.
Well, that would be the only option, right?
Right.
7,
Because
3, 1, 9, yeah. So then 7, 9. And then it can't go 1,
9's
and
only
it
followed
can't go
by
3.
7.
And then 9, 7, 1, 3, or 9, 7, 3, 1. Okay.
So all 4 digits can be in all 4 positions.
Yeah. I guess in this box, is it relevant where I put 3? And 9? Because this, if this is 3 or 9, then that's 3 or 9. If this was 3 or 9, that's 3 or 9. Can't put 3 and 9 touching. So maybe instead of marking this stuff in blue, maybe I alternate these? Because these are connected.
Right.
But then you could put these two as 3 and 9. And those would be fine. They can be 1 and 7 in either order. Depending on where the 9 is. Okay. But we know that these two are in different groups. Because if this is a 3, it's connected to both of those, so neither could be a 9. And if that's a 3, it's connected to both of those, so neither of those can be a 9. So those are in different groups. These are in different groups, although they don't have to be the same pattern. But maybe what I want to do is think about this one. Whatever group it's in, its neighbor cannot be the same. Because if these were the same, then those two would be the same. So we know for a fact that these two are in different groups. Now, these two could be the same, and that be blue, or this one's blue. But we know this one is for sure not blue. Maybe I make it green. No, purple. Make it purple. Now, if this was blue, both of those would be purple. No, they can't both be purple. If this is blue, that's purple, and I've already used both purple, so that's blue. If this is purple, then those are both blue. But regardless, these two are the same. Is that right? Okay. If this is purple, then this is blue. But then those are both purple, so those are both blue. But then that's not going to work because that would one of them would have to be the 3-9 group. So this cannot be purple because then you'd have. So this is blue. And these are both purple. And since purple cannot be the 3-9 group.
Well, now you've got 3-1-7s in there.
Wait. This one is purple. Gosh darn it. Okay. If this was purple, these would both have to be blue. But one of them is the 3-7 group, and that doesn't work. And that was because this was purple. So this one must be blue. Therefore, this one must be purple, and now this one's blue. Okay. And now, I'm going to make this one green. We know that these two have to be in a different group than green. They're going to be yellow. Which is probably awful. Let me make them gray instead. This one, if it was gray, would make both of those green. But they can't both be green. So this cannot be gray. Therefore, it's green. This one must be gray. And now this one must be green. Now, if gray is purple, then it ends up being the 1-7 pair. But we don't know how these ones work. We just know that these aren't the 3-7 pair, but they don't have to be different. They could be a 1-7 and a 3-9.
It can't be 3-9.
Say again?
They can't be 3-9.
I meant one of them could be 1-7 and the other could be 3-9. right? So purple could be 3-9 and gray 1-7.
Oh, gotcha.
Although I think this logic over here extends up here, because let's say this was green, then those would both be gray. So this has to be gray, and therefore we don't know what the how these work, because this could be gray and that green, or these could both be 1-7, and then you've got 3-9 like that. Although what we do know is that this is graying. Well, we already knew that these neighbors have to alternate. So one of these is blue, because they can't both be 1-7, and they can't both be 3-9. Because one of them is blue, that makes this one purple. And because this is purple, this one cannot also be purple. Oh no, it could be purple. But one of these is purple, so it is blue. And one of these is blue, so this is purple, and I've already got 2 purples, or blues. Okay, one of these is gray, so this one is green. So that means this one is gray. And I think that's where we have to stop, because it's 10:30.
Yeah.
But that was more than I was expecting to get, I think.
Yeah.
This one is feeling very difficult.
Yeah. Do you need to make notes where, like, blue is either 1-7 as far
Okay,
as
so
like the
this
blue and
is
purples go? So
prime list, and then this is corner options. And then this is chain
string
options.
that works.
SERING will be one letter more, and then blue, purple, and gray, green separate 1-7, 3-9 pairs.
Right.
Okay. And yeah, okay. So then save. That's our Sudoku notepad. That stays open for next time. But yeah, and that's definitely all right. Then I am gonna sign off. So good night, everyone. Thank you all for watching. If you watched, and that is the end.